Back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the semi-finals of the losers bracket. And we will have two CCG guys facing each other.
Yeah.
On the one hand, we have Joshua Oosters.
On the other hand, we have Darren Stephenson.
So two very well-known players of the community, two very good players. And we have seen them both before today. Joshua actually struggled in his GOAT format match, lost with his burn deck against Davide. But now he's in the losers bracket and he can try to get his spot into the final there.
Davide really powered through his entire deck there. So many pots were resolved and so many side deck cards were drawn. But I think we can just go right into the game of Burning Abyss versus Sky Striker.
Yeah, actually we see an advanced construct again.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. And I've talked to Joshua and he said he's just maining a lot of kaijus. He's just playing a BA kaiju thingy, and that might be pretty good against Sky Strikers.
Yeah, I played his deck yesterday. But I think, as Darren knows that he's playing against,
he would just get rid of his monsters. That's like the finals of YCS Utrecht, actually, where Dinkabui actually showed us all how great BA can be as a go-second deck with kaijus. And they're
Nico adapted quickly.
Exactly, and now that's kind of a common thing.
Yeah.
And of course, Darren knows that Joshua is playing all the hand traps. And Darren is that he's playing all the kaijus. Sorry.
Yeah.
And Darren is main decking the evenly matched. As we thought, he's probably playing the same build as Raphael.
I think the first guy to top with that deck was Stephenson.
Who?
Stephenson.
Is that his name?
Kevin Cutter.
I thought so, yeah. And was he really?
Pardon?
Was he really the first guy topping with
yeah,
that?
he topped Milan with it.
Oh, cool.
And then he lost to Erikos.
Well, let's see. It seems like Joshua...
So Joshua was allowed to start from Darren. That is, of course, a very smart move. I think Darren won the dice roll, maybe.
Oh, what is happening there?
I know that...
he revealed a danger, probably.
Joshua is having two kaijus in hand.
Ooh.
So he discarded one.
That's Jackalope starting things off. All the dangers. Dangers made... It's like playing BA nowadays does not even really feel like playing BA because you're playing so many other cards around it.
Darren is in danger of seeing a Dante right now.
Wow, that's good. That's a good one. I will remember that one.
Maybe even a Bay trees.
And that would be good. But the bad thing for Joshua actually is, that's a good hit there.
Yeah.
That you cannot sense.
No
way. That's good. Darren is joking about that.
Just terrible. Like, you don't want to Melzer. It's the worst thing that can happen to you with Dante, because then if you don't have a BA in your hand, you can't access your Beatrice at all, and I don't think he has a Burning Abyss monster. He can just try to find one with the Sekis Light.
Yeah.
So he summons Barbar back from Sir.
Hopefully he is able to do that. And like, sadly he lost Snow, which is like an indirect hit to BA decks as well.
Yeah.
Because we are playing with the actual banned list that released yesterday.
That is true. Oh, his hand is terrible. He has Etchim Saber, a Kaiju, and Mare or Mame. And he's going to shuffle Mame back right now, I think.
That really is like the worst hand.
Or he just passed the turn. This is also fine. You can just go for a Turgite right now. Maybe next turn he wants to tribute summon Mare.
Would be interesting, but might be the play there. Because Darren probably will try to set up like 1 or 2 Widow Anchors. That would be a good thing for him. But he will not end on any monsters, apparently.
That is probably the case.
Do you want to go into evenly matched?
Yeah, I don't really think you want to waste your battle phase on this. I think you will just use the evenly matched to have a area target.
Yeah, sounds a lot better than just banishing this Barber. The two guys are just having fun. I can hear Darren laughing from the other room. As we already said, he's like a very loud guy and a very enjoyable
I mean, you guys can probably hear it at home, not through our microphones, but just because he's so loud.
Yeah. And a lot of you probably know Darren because he also started a YouTube channel.
Yeah, he's
not that long ago.
Funny.
Yeah, he really is. And he just showcases us the travel he's taking, and so we can follow his journey of grinding all these world points. And he's just doing some other funny stuff on the side.
Yeah, I mean, no harsh feelings, right? We're thrashing him a bit for being loud, but he's such a sympathetic guy.
Definitely.
So nice. It's good that he's loud so everyone can hear his joke.
Yeah. When your jokes are good, why won't you be loud, right?
Yeah, why won't you scream?
And he's getting into his engaged place now.
Yeah, very engaging. I don't steal jokes.
So what are you searching there? Do you want to save Widow Anchor right now?
I think you need to grab a multi-roll so you can get rid of your Kagari or Shizuku.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I mean, you're not going to Shizuku, right?
For real. But like, you are getting rid of your monsters because you don't want to get OTK'd. Yeah. But the downside of it, of course, is that you cannot actually get the searches of your Shizuku.
Yeah, that is true.
So on the one hand, it is really good, but on the other hand, it is really a disadvantage there.
Yeah. By the way, he has 4 spells engraved, so Kagari can... Oh yeah, 3 would be enough as well, but he can attack over Barbar.
Yeah, but like, he does not have Ray engraved yet.
No.
Which is
does he care
kind of worrying for him.
He can go into Hayate.
Yeah.
But he can't really if he wants to take over Barbar, right?
That's
he can of course go into Hayate, attack, send Ray, then crash the Hayate, summon Ray back, go into Shizuku, and then attack. Or he just attacks over it and then doesn't go for
he
it.
just does that, yeah. Maybe he
doesn't care at all.
Maybe he does not want to waste the Hayate for now, because when you always have to pop your extra deck monsters because you're scared of the BA, of the Kaijus, then you maybe want to use them very wisely when you have to use them. So he actually used the effect of Barbar to get the first damage on Darren Stephenson life points in.
300 damage, so he wins in timeout. Darren has to play quickly now. This is only 34 minutes left. This is so short.
Scary, scary.
Yeah.
Let's see. Now he goes for the multi-roll.
When was the last time you saw a Dante hit the field and then just just survived?
That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like when the opponent bricked pretty hard. But let's just see. Actually, Darren decided not to pop his Shizuku, or like he actually summoned Shizuku.
Yeah.
And did not decide to pop his Kagari.
That is interesting.
Maybe he thinks he already discarded the Gameciel from Joshua's hand with the danger, so it's unlikely that Joshua has another Kaiju in his hand. But so that could be trouble for him right now. There is a Kaiju coming. And he's like, how can you have a second Kaiju? I already discarded the Gameciel. And Joshua is like, I don't care where you put that Kaiju, you're going to be OTK'd anyways. But with that hand, it looks like it's kind of hard. That mill better be good there.
Yes, 3 mills.
Another Sacker Slide.
Oh, Alec is not crucial.
Alec is not crucial. Alec does not really help him at the moment, no.
So he puts Dante in attack position for his opponent. A very nice gesture. Oh, he has Tour Guide in hand.
True. He searched Tour Guide in that face.
You still think it's hard to OTK?
Not really, no.
If he doesn't have interruptions, then he's going to die. But like, I figured that maybe you would tribute summon the Mermer somehow, but it's like Tour Guide is obviously just better.
Yeah, definitely.
You want to go for Trispania.
Oh, is he already?
He scoops it up because he did not send
it up.
That was.
I mean, it was his own fault, but in some way, right?
Are we missing something?
Like, Darren is sure that Joshua can perform that OTK combo probably, that when Tour Guide is hitting the field, that it's not too hard to actually OTK through that Kaiju.
So he can...
But why did he even give him the chance to summon the Kaiju there, right?
Yeah, it's like...
Was it that important to get that Shizuku Surge off there in the end?
Maybe he wants Joshua to practice his OTK combos, but then again, he shouldn't have scooped. So.
A good point made in the chat, actually, Alec means that he can Kaiju him again, because he could negate the effect of the first Kaiju. Oh. But is that true? Because it matters... for the Kaiju in hand, and there's already a Kaiju on board, so you cannot, I guess.
Also, so you would want to summon it to your own side of the field.
Probably a little better.
Yeah, so could be. Yeah.
Yeah, but like Joshua would have been very likely to get into Trispana, so even if he does not OTK him at that point, he could have still wiped his whole back row, and then that would have been a terrible position for Darren. But on the other hand, when Joshua already used all of his resources to get into this Trispana play and stuff, usually a BA deck does not have that big of a follow-up. It's like he can recycle with Dante, probably, but the rest is like the old BA cycle, just recycling Dante, recycling Seer and stuff. Yeah. So it's like not that terrifying, but it was terrifying enough for Darren to actually scoop that game. And now he has a lot of time for the next game.
I mean, you climb up. Right, you go into Underclock Taker, then you shrink down the Kaiju, and then you go for Trispana. That is already like 2k damage.
Yeah.
and then you are pretty likely to summon more cards.
Yeah, for sure. So now Darren lost the first game. Is he going to go second again now? It basically kind of worked out for him because Joshua did brick with a lot of going second cards there.
Yeah, I mean, he could have won this if he didn't let the monsters stay on board. He was really greedy with the Shizuku effect.
Yeah, for sure. But like, I think in general it is a good choice to let that Kaiju BA deck go first. So when you're sitting in Joshua's chair right now, are you assuming your opponent is letting you go first? Because that's relevant for your side deck choices as well.
Yeah.
Like you could just assume he is letting you go first. So let's just board out the Kaijus maybe.
Just board in Imperial Order.
Yeah, for example, right. Darren is looking at his hand. I see a Metal for Fusion.
Oh,
it's
and
Metal
two
for Fusion
foolish
double.
goods.
Oh,
and
wow.
Oh, okay, Hornet Drones.
Hornet Drones can help. And there we see Jackalope for Joshua Oosters and also the Edge Imp Saber again.
So he can go into... I mean, at this point, do you... Okay, so he has 2 BAs, so I think you normal summon Edge Imp Saber before you go into Jackalope, right?
Just to secure to have that level 3 monster on board?
Yeah, I think you should normal summon the Edge Imp Saber. Yeah.
That's what he's doing. Good boy.
Yeah, who's a good boy?
And now follow it up with the Jackalopes. There it comes. That should be a secured Dante coming down for Joshua. But let's see first. Darren is allowed to roll the dice, so he can have some fun in his opponent's turn as well. And that won't work, so he can even roll it twice or thrice. That's a 4. Oh,
okay, so no draw for Joshua. I mean, the hand is okay, but you would like to have that additional draw and get rid of Destrudo or a BA.
Absolutely.
I mean, every card that he discarded would have been good to replace with the draw. Except for Meh being the draw. Okay, so he's...
But he's still being able... he would still be able to go into Beatrice now because he has multiple BAs in hand.
Darren doesn't want to let him have the fun of...
Oh, and he also has Destrudo. So his combo will be even bigger, I guess?
He is going for Trisbana.
Ooh. No, he's going for Curious.
Oh, that is a thing.
Oh, all of these guys were darks. That's
so true. He is playing going first combos.
Apparently he is.
Imperial Order, he's going to go for Griffin. You can do that in Burning Abyss. Why do you even play Burning Abyss if you want to go for this combo? You can just...
Look at Darren. Just this card is a pretty good card, man.
I mean, he has Griffin already, but Griffin has to be linked, right? And he can mill 3 cards again. Why did I forget about milling 3 cards again? Again, absolutely useless mill, but...
These cards don't really matter, yeah.
Don't quite see yet how he's going to link the Griffin. I mean...
Edge Imp Saber is coming down, but right now he's not able to special any of his BAs.
I think you can't activate the effect of Griffin, right? Because Griffin says that monsters that are...
No, you can definitely activate it. Like, you can also activate Phoenix or stuff. Not?
No, Griffin says that monsters can't activate their effects if they aren't linked at all.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I learned that.
He just realizes that.
I learned that the hard way.
Oh, wow. And now it's all of a sudden a very bad... Oh.
Is it?
But they're double checking. But let's just double check the text as well. I will just...
I'm 100% sure that it doesn't work, right?
Okay, but let's get the exact card text out for a second. I'll just search it.
Monsters cannot activate their effect unless they are linked, and Griffin counts itself as a monster.
Okay, yeah, and I mean, that's what our judge confirmed to the players there.
By the way, a friend of mine was playing the exact same combo. I told him like thrice that it doesn't work, and he never...
He also learned it the hard way?
Yeah, he didn't just understand it. And then he played it, and then I said, you can't activate Griffin because it's not linked. And then he said, oh, well, that is bad.
But actually...
But didn't they build the deck together yesterday? Why did no one tell Josh?
Is he just scooping it up then?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, just imagine for Joshua... That would be a good meme right there. Joshua, just don't tell anybody. Really don't tell anybody. I mean, just imagine him setting up a Beatrice, and that was Beatrice just banishing the token.
Complexity card gaming, ladies and gentlemen.
That was really complex what he was doing there, yeah? And That is really, really a shame for Joshua. I guess he could have had a good time in this game. He could have actually won this. But like,
Luke is just standing here and he's shaking his head. He said, I can't believe he didn't know that.
That is doesn't get the confirmation of his teammate, I guess.
Yeah, this is nearly as bad as putting 2 lizard draws in a scale.
Who did that? Yeah, I cannot imagine. Yeah, I know. And look at that. He now wants Dante in the extra monster zone for some extra fortune luck.
This is a swag Dante, by the way.
Absolutely. He has all the gold bling bling stuff on him.
Bling bling stuff.
Yeah, but
all right.
He had no way to set up a linked.
No, he
Griffin
could have
there,
just summoned Beatrice and won the game because the hand of Darren was shit.
Yeah, probably, right?
Was pretty sure that he was going to win this if he would just farfa the token.
The token, exactly. That was what I was thinking too. And then he has no access to a monster. And Darren actually started with Metal Full Fusion and double goods. That was like really a brick for him.
Yeah.
And Joshua just made him a nice little gift. I mean, Christmas already has passed by, but still some presents being given away.
And Joshua is boarding in the Denko Sekka. He was talking about it yesterday. It's the spice.
Ooh,
I mean, you don't expect
spice.
Denko Sekka in Burning Abyss because in the beginnings of Burning Abyss, you lost to Denko Sekka.
Yeah,
you had 5, and then Denko Sekka came along. You had a Dante maybe, and then Shadow Fusion would just wreck you, or Trishula ritual stuff. But now, like Burning Abyss monsters, I mean, you won't get if you start off with BAs and Denko, that's fine because you don't have to normal summon them, and he won't respond to your summoning of Dante. Nobody cares about that if you summon him with BAs. So then you follow it up with Denko Sekka, and then you can proceed to OTK.
Absolutely, could be the way to go here. But now Joshua can actually choose who's going first. So probably he will make Darren go first. And that's the friendly handshake before Game 3. Joshua still thinking about that game too.
Are we going to see
a nice
some spicy Griffin plays?
Again? Like spicy Griffin plays, why would you do that now? I mean, going second, it's much more unlikely because why would you go into Griffin when you just can straight up OTK your opponent?
Yeah, that's true.
So Darren is indeed going first, and he's starting things off with a multi-roll and an area 0. That's already a good combination. There we can see Ray as well. So that's a good setup already. He has Ray, he has multi-roll, and he has the field spell.
Yeah, so
and now he hits engage with the field spell. Would be a good one. Yeah. Oh boy.
But this time around, he's probably going to send away his monster.
Oh yeah.
So
I guess he has learned from that first game.
Yeah, but is there a Denko in hand? I can see Wyver Buster. I can see
the first card is a
BA. I can see another BA.
There's no Denko. No.
And it's Skarm, Alec, Kalkub, and Strudel and Wyver Buster.
And all in all, it's not really that powerful of a hand, right? So he does not.
BAs are literally the worst cards in the Burning Abyss deck.
Yeah, exactly right. They're just good for building up Dantes.
It just do be like that sometimes.
Yeah, not a whole lot more. But it's kind of funny that actually with 2 so good and well-known players, and like game 1 was lost by Darren because he made like some kind of a misplay, not getting rid of his monster, and getting OTK'd after that. And in game 2, Joshua actually forgot about the Griffin.
This is high-quality game.
Yeah, but it's also like high pressure maybe for them because both of them also are on the edge of elimination because we're already in the losers bracket right here. So if one of these guys loses this match, they're definitely out of the tournament, and both of them surely want to take it here.
So Joshua is rearranging his hat. Darren isn't. Is that a sign of confidence?
I guess so, yeah. But who is more confident in that situation? I mean, you have to be a little confident to rearrange your hat. You rearrange your hat as well. But maybe Joshua just does not have something else to do at the moment because Darren is going through all the Sky Striker plays.
Yeah, and Joshua has no Kaiju in hand.
But there is a 6th card to be drawn, so maybe he can still grab one right there.
Maybe we can see a Sekka Slide.
Sekka Slide would help right now.
He would have 2-0'd Darren. He must feel so salty right now.
Absolutely. Especially if he loses this.
Yeah.
And there you see the whole setup. Darren is going for 3 back row. And what is the last card?
A sneak.
It's a
so maybe another draw.
Okay, that's a good
But
start.
he will go into Dnate first. Then he can maybe mill Sekka Slide and then find, I don't know what. But he's probably boarded out Second Slide and boarded in like Twin Twisters or something like that, right?
That would be the normal way to go, yeah.
So this is Alec. Alec might be followed up by Skarm because the effect of Calcup to bounce back a card can actually come in quite handy.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when multi-roll is in play, because then you just banish the card straight up.
Oh, right.
There is Calcup.
Spicy.
Looks like he's normal summoning it, right?
Yeah.
So there's our good old boy Dante.
Donate.
Is there a special thing about calling him Donate?
Yeah, it's his rapper name. It's D-Nate.
Ooh, that's pretty nice. And still no mill luck for
there's
Joshua
the Kaiju.
Oosters. There is the Kaiju we have been waiting for, but in the graveyard it's not that useful.
So I'm actually going to start a petition for Joshua to rearrange his deck. Because it makes me crazy how the cards are upside down all the time.
Yeah, really. He should definitely take some more time to do that.
That's a good effect.
For sure. Calcup reads that good, yeah. Just banish, engage. That's very discouraging and not engaging.
So he banished a Earth monster, which isn't really possible.
That's true. So
thank you.
They made that clear. Darren's still laughing. Maybe Joshua is still confused by that second game. I mean, he really totally messed up there. And it was really just his own fault that he did lose game 2. And now he's still struggling in his mind on getting himself back into this. Okay, looks like he's going for a Link 2 play. Probably Phoenix is the way to go.
Yeah,
now,
I mean,
right?
he has to try and kill his opponent right now, right? Because the Sky Striker will just outgrind you and then you lose.
Yeah, that's true. So, oh, he goes into Underclock Taker. Interesting.
Yeah, he's going to re-add Burning Abyss cards.
Looks like he wants to get Calcup.
That has been used. Or, I mean, they have both been used, but Calcup is arguably the most valuable card in this matchup.
Yeah, for sure. But you also can get the effect of the White Western.
Yeah.
So there's the black little dragon coming now.
Joshua is cheating his way to the top. So I don't think he's cheating his way to... I don't think he's cheating, and I don't think that if he cheats like this, he's not going to go to the tops. If he summons more Griffins.
So, do you think it is possible with the hand he has right now to actually OTK him? He would probably have to hit quite nicely with the snake with the next draw then. Otherwise, it could be pretty hard. But let's see.
Okay, so Jordan...
We just came him out.
Match versus Jack Verma.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. So Jordan actually is out of the tournament as well. And we see Jack Verma with his Outer Guys deck advancing to... Ooh,
so there is Destrudo, and if Destrudo goes into Yazi and Yazi hits the right card, then this might be over.
Oh yeah. And do we know any of the sets? Like
I think
one of them is Widow Anchor, right?
Could be an Eel Booster and a Widow Anchor, yeah.
So Darren, maybe realizing the same.
So this game could go... Like he doesn't even have 3 spells in the graveyard. This could come down to a 50-50 now.
Let's see. They're reading... The Destrudo. Let's see. What could there be to read right now?
Okay.
Did he use it already this game? No. In turn 1 he did not. No, actually it is his first turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's BA, there are 2 turns.
So there is Yazi. And
so he will get another search of Collapsed Dragon Wyver, but no, White Chaos.
He will get the white guy from the black guy.
Yeah, the white guy.
Sounded a little racist, but that's what he's getting.
Joshua Oosters is playing Split Rare. I was not expecting that from a guy who owns an Ultra Rare Minerva.
That's true. And he's also very well known to actually have a lot of high rare stuff. I mean, you see that Ultimate Rare Yazi right there. And there's the coin flip. What is he hitting? That's a shell? No.
Shark
it's
Cannon.
A Shark Cannon. Okay.
So I think Anchor on Yazi might hurt. Anchor on Marimar. Sorry, guys. But he can still do stuff, right? He can still just go for a snake, try to get a good draw. I mean,
the snake draw could be really important in this instance.
Yeah, I mean, he will eventually clear out the multi-roll. That is important, I think.
Yeah, definitely. That takes away a lot of possibilities from Darren.
He should also not destroy it with Phoenix, but send it with Unicorn so he doesn't get a draw from the engage as easy.
Yeah, that's a good point. So let's see, can Marimari be resolved, or does Darren have the Widow Anchor to prevent that? if you have Widow Anchor, you have to do Mary Mary.
I think he searched it, but I'm not sure actually.
Yeah, he opened with multi-roll and the field spells, so I think he had to search for the Widow Anchor.
So effect, and now he's going to activate the anchor. Yeah.
There it is, yeah, okay. And Joshua probably knew that, but he still had to do something.
I mean, Joshua is now in this situation. I mean, he can go for a Phoenix for the co-linked draw effect. Also, he can go for. He actually has options still. He can
even OTK, right?
Yeah, if he gets the right draws, if he gets like a Gallus maybe, and Gallus sends like Soulkiers, and that is a lot of damage then. I'm being serious
or
right
like
now.
Seer or so, yeah.
I mean, it would be a series of
very good events happening for Joshua. But let's start off. Oh, it doesn't look like he wants to go into Phoenix. He goes into Trisbana, okay.
Oh yeah, Trisbana is also fine. So, do you special summon the Skarm, or do you try to get like... I don't think that you will waste your Snake, right? Snake can be valuable attack points.
He is actually summoning his Snake.
Maybe he's summoning it.
But he's maybe not summoning it to the zone, right? So Darren can have a dice roll again.
But I think if he would go...
and he's just rolling 5s.
He has one BA, he wouldn't risk.
Oh, he hit the... That's not good, because that would have been additional attack points on the board.
So you might think that the guys that you can hear in the background are cheering for the players, but they're actually not. They're busy playing video games.
They're just playing video games because here in this cool location at Take TV Bar in Krefeld, the setup is so sick. It's just a bar with a lot of...
check it out. It's insanely cool.
Really, a lot of video games, like arcade games, kickers and stuff. Like you could do everything a man could dream of here. That's like, like a lot of things a man could dream of. So Trisbana was able to actually clear out the field spell and the multi-roll. So it looks like Darren...
Does he have Nessie? Yeah.
Oh, he does have Nessie.
This is a lot of damage. If he used if he used the Skarm.
So that's the 3. Oh, he hits the Skarm. That's a good one.
Yeah. I mean, now this is good.
Darren is joking around, like maybe special summon it into a zone Trisbana points to, and then you can just banish it again.
I mean, Joshua really went through this entire board of a few negates.
Yeah, but the thing is, he really has to fear the engage coming now.
Yeah, imagine he hit the
Widow Anchor, right?
Widow Anchor, then the game
that would have been
over.
insane. The game would be over, it's true. Yeah. So it really came down to a coin flip, because now Darren will be able to set back up because he has engage in hand. Yeah. And the board of Joshua is not that good. So if he can get into 2 Widow Anchors, actually, it could be an OTK or like the killing point for 4,000 life points for Darren then.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, true.
So that's kind of risky now.
I mean, you would first go for like a Array.
Yeah, definitely.
Or maybe even Hornet drones, so you can maybe... I mean, I think it depends on what you are.
So, he drew into another Eagle Booster. That won't help him.
That's not ideal. I think he has 2. Yeah, I think you're going to go for the Hornet drones so that you can... Or you just do that. That's also fine.
I think he has double Eagle Booster in hand. He does not even have Hornet drones.
I mean, you search it out with... But you can also just Eagle Booster the Nessie. That is fine as well.
Yeah, probably. So, he's going for Ray. Okay, so... Let's just draw into an anchor there.
Ray is
would be
the better
pretty helpful.
play.
At the moment it is, yeah. And what can we see there?
Summon Griffin fast. Why not summon Griffin?
He could have summoned Griffin there, yeah, just for the lords.
Oosters had game. How?
The chat is pointing that out, that Oosters had game. I'm wondering too.
Guy is doing it because I'm confused. I mean...
Oh, there's... Engage again. Okay, yeah, just the recycled one from Kagari.
I'm trying to figure out if.
There comes Afterburner. So Darren just tries to take apart all of Joshua's cards, and there he draws it. Like as I said, Joshua did not kill Darren this turn, and now Darren can just go into this cycle of getting advantage and advantage and advantage.
I mean, if he went for Underclock Taker and Calling Phoenix, there was a good chance that he would get another card that summons itself, so that he could eventually go for Boreal Sword and a monster.
Yeah.
Which is not always game, by the way.
Not always, and also it relies on you drawing 4 cards that can special summon itself.
Yeah, so Eagle Booster does not protect from being destroyed by battle, as it was activated when there were only 2 cards in the graveyard.
Yeah. That isn't often a good thing, but at the moment it is a good thing for Darren, because he can just clear off that Nessie.
Oh, he has Warning and Ash Blossom and Eagle Booster.
He drew into Warning and Ash Blossom.
Yeah, if there's
where his engage draws, that's pretty good for him.
Kaiju doesn't even do anything, right?
But Darren is on 2,900 life points, so if he pays for the Warning, a Barbar for 3 BAs would be enough to win the game.
This is actually Nightmare Shark Barbar range.
True. Absolutely.
Also, there's a Kalkap in hand. And
right,
a Rhino. So that is, if the this could actually be game with Barbar Burn.
Let's see. Joshua pretty surely is aware of that fact that is in this Barbar range. He searched for Horn of Drones, right? That's probably the safest search there.
Yeah, I mean, he's not in Barbar range yet. He doesn't know that there's a Warning yet. So.
What did he draw?
Drew Destruder, which is really good.
Yeah, for sure. That's a really good extender. Funny how that card finds its way from the bottom of the deck always to the top of the deck, so just draw it again.
So I think you just start off with normal summoning the Rhino here, right? Because Rhino is insane.
Okay, so
Rhino is really
Rhino
good
can do a lot at this point.
Rhino is really good right now. I mean, you can start with special summoning Farfar, of course. You do not really care about the Farfar effect, do you?
Not really, no. Because does he know the back row? No, he does not know the Warning, and he does.
I think he doesn't know anything. Doesn't even know Eagle Booster. Oh, don't forget about the Ash. Ash is there for the Rhino.
Yeah, you're right. So that's 2 special summons. Is he going? He's probably going for Dante first. Yeah. Or is he considered? Ah, yeah. Okay,
Dante.
You can put it into the main monster zone, of course, because Shizuku is pointing there. And now it gets intense. Can Joshua actually wins this game in this turn? And he's He's using Warning on this.
Yeah, if he
that could be cost.
If he just normal summons Rhino, he wins because he can't Ash and damage step, and then Barbar comes in damage step.
Oh yeah.
So this is 900 life points. Is Barbar in the graveyard? Or you could just summon here anyways. This should be game.
Let's see whether Joshua actually realizes that.
I mean, if he tries to go for Destrudo or Link plays, then Ash can hit.
Yeah.
Like, going into the battle phase should be the only correct play right now.
I mean, if you just think about it, you would come to the conclusion that that's the safest play right now.
Yeah.
He used the Dante effect, of course.
Oh, I think he's going to try and special summon the Scarm.
Is he? But how does it help him right now?
And he's probably going for Dante, and then he's going to get ashed on the Rhino if he doesn't attack. If he just crashes it in, there's no way he loses the game. There's no
Oh, okay, there is a Rhino. So is he trying? Battle phase, that was battle phase. I think he said battle phase. And Darren...
Do we see the classical Barbar for game? Because then I'm going to shout out loud, so headphone users beware.
I am already.
I think I'm... He attacked.
Yep, that's damage for Oosters.
Plays around Ash nicely. Are there even 3 BAs in grave?
Barbar. He must have.
Barbar for game.
And there
is Barbar for game in 2019.
For a second you were wondering in which year we are. Because we're still seeing this BA and it could be like 5 years ago, right?
Absolute insanity. So we have the losers game final ready. As we have the main final ready, it will be Joshua Oosters versus Jack Verma. Jack with a advantage considering the matchups.
Absolutely, yeah. Normally when you ask a BA player, he will tell you, I don't like my Alter Guys matchup.
Yeah, and he doesn't like Rongo as well, but Rongo is gone.
Rongo is gone.
So
nicely, yeah.
We will next off see the final of the main
winners bracket. Yeah,
of the winners bracket.
So we will see Luke playing against Davide, of course, with his spiral deck.
Right. Ooh. If they're
playing advanced. I would like to see, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell because maybe Luke is scared of the spiral deck because his teammate Rafa actually got absolutely wrecked by spirals in top 8, and now he could decide to actually bans the advanced format.
Yeah, but we saw that Davide is pretty good at goats.
Yeah, so goats could be a bad pick
You
as
could
well.
say he's the goats in this one.
I can confirm that, yeah. And he seems to be pretty calm and
Yeah.
he enjoys the time here. He's ready to take it down. And I mean, nobody expected him to be like so good for now, but he's in the finals of the winners.
That is
bracket.
true. He was really not well known, but I think if he takes this thing down, people will know him. Like
Absolutely.
we have some viewers here.
Yeah, people will know. I mean, he already made some good promotion for himself by winning the first 2 games.
Yeah,
right?
maybe he's going to be the next E-Man member.
Yeah, that would probably be the next step. Yeah. They already have written him a message on Facebook, and they're considering at least. So yeah, I guess next up we will see the winners bracket final, as we said.
Yeah.
So, there we're back on the screen, and yeah, let's just leave it right there for now. I guess we won't have a long break because every game has finished already. As Jack has won against Jordan.
Yeah. Ultra guys.
In the parallel game. And so we will invite you for the next round. We'll see the winners bracket final after a short break.
After a short break, right.
See you there, guys.